Are you ready, Ryan?
I'm more than ready. I'm seeing like Rescue Rabbit, Morphin Jar, Neospatian Grandmole, all classic monsters.
Good start already, right? The Rescue Rabbit
If,
can summon
if,
two
the,
Space Mambos.
if these all make an appearance in this tournament, I'm hyped. I'm fully stoked.
The only one who can is Rescue Rabbit, sadly.
Okay.
Okay, I told them they are allowed to start. I start the timer as well. Alright.
Okay. Siro is gonna go first.
Okay, it seems that I'm lagging
Stairway
behind
to
a
a
little.
Fabled Realm. This is one of the new Fabled cards, isn't
Oh,
it?
I need to get out real quick. Yes, it is, but I need to rejoin real quick. My dueling book.
Okay,
was
so it's a
acting up.
Foolish
Okay.
Burial, and you can discard two Fabled monsters to two cards
Yeah,
to add
just
it
two
back.
cards. Yeah, just any two cards to add any
Okay.
card back. Yeah, so it's a convoluted searcher, and it also has a secondary effect which isn't that relevant, but sometimes it does stuff. If your fabled monster attacks an opponent's monster and you have less cards in your hand than your opponent, your monster gains attack equal to the difference of cards in hand times 200. So
Yeah, and Visari is gonna strike back with the Harpie's Hunting Ground and destroy the Harpie's Hunting Ground?
I'm pretty
No.
sure that was a misplay. He was probably gonna declare and then, yeah. Okay. So that's a good start already.
Yeah, and he gets to add the Elegant Egotist, so he can summon even more Harpies.
All right. For people just joining in, joining, the QR code that's on the screen leads you to the Discord server. So be sure to scan that one. Back to the game though. Pop is on hunting ground. That would be sad.
Yeah. Maybe should have targeted the set card first. You know, hindsight 2020. Treacherous Trap Hole, another one of those cards that, you know, suddenly made an impact in the game and after a few months just disappeared.
Yeah. Okay, I need to focus on the fact that if I go out of the screen, it no longer films it. So okay. And yeah, Treacherous Trap Hole. It's not played that much, but decks like Fabled, who can really combo off, rather play something like this than other trap cards. But it is very interesting to see now, and now Visari, not all Fableds build play it. Now Visari knows that he probably doesn't have to worry about things like Solemn Judgment or others. Although
Yeah,
even
once you
that is
saw
never
that
sure.
card, it's safe to assume that there's no more traps coming your way.
Yeah. And I mean, we still have Book of Moon, for example, at 3, Enemy Controller, other cards. There's still enough options for them to do. Okay, Fabled Chawa allows you can special summon by discarding a Fabled monster. Luri, when it's discarded, it is special summoned.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's it. And Chawa is a tuner and Luri is a non-tuner.
So that is Synchro 5. I don't know if Fabled Raging is in the format.
It is in
He's
the
probably
format.
not gonna go for it just yet.
He is going for Underworld Fighter Bilmon, who when it's destroyed by card effect gets to reborn a level 4 or lower. Well, level 4 Synchro with 2100 and protection is not that bad. And it seems you will
it's
be
gonna
able...
get hit by Sakuretsu Armor, which triggers its effect.
Exactly. Oh, Siro is not reborning the Conjurer or anything, but is going for a Chawa.
So we might see, yeah, Synchro 2. Is that Formula Synchro?
It is! Oh, isn't that nostalgic to see Formula Synchron hit the field again?
Yeah, €15 rare card when it came out.
Oh, was it really that expensive for rare? Wow.
Yeah, I remember. I remember pulling 2 at the sneak and being a very happy man.
I thought Salamangreat Great Sunlight Wolf was expensive for a rare, but it seems there's worse thing.
It was Starstrike Blast, if that makes it any more understandable.
I see. Harpie Hunting Ground this time does destroy itself, and Oracle at the end of the turn can add a spell trap from the graveyard to the hand. Spell that lists the Harpie Lady's sisters, of course. So probably going to add either ground or egotist. Egotist.
No better storm here, alright?
Hmm. No. That there is a few mass removal cards, but they're, except for Full House maybe, they're not that common. You can of course Levia Dragon Daedalus or something, but most are not gonna do that. And I guess you can count Red Dragon Archfiend as a mass removal. But,
Oh, we're gonna see Oracle of the Sun special summon, and then Fabled Kushano normal summon, but it's gonna get hit by Trap Hole. So that is not going to be a synchro summon for level 8.
We almost saw Stardust Dragon hitting the field. Close.
Still, Oracle has 2000 defense, so
Yeah, for now. Oh, and there he goes. I was just about to say he's safe for now, but Visari is going for a level 6 synchro.
See, Cherry in Mado.
Cherry and Mato has been very relevant in this format. It's one of the better generic tuners to play.
In Mado is like one of my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh puns.
Was it in your list, by the way? Because I thought you wrote an article, right, about Yu-Gi-Oh puns?
Yeah, it's going live tomorrow on Card Market. Tomorrow is World Pun Day, and it's one of the guys on the list.
Alright. We're not going to spoil too much, of course, but feel free to share it tomorrow in the Discord server or anywhere. Okay.
Well, everyone will have to go to Card Market anyway to get their cards for the Project Remote tool.
Of course, that not sponsored by the way, but Card Market, if you're watching, hit me up.
So that is some damage to Siro. It's been a nice back and forth. Okay, looks like Siro is going to try that again. Does he have a tuner?
If he has a Fabled, he can take back the Kushano. He has a Fabled, it seems. What does he discard for the Kushano? A Cruise! Oh, that's not a bad discard at all. Cruise can immediately also special summon a level 4 lower Fabled if it's discarded, so that's not bad. It seems Siro is finally going to get to play in this game. Oh, fix my overlay? Is there an issue, Chess? Oh.
Okay, so at the top they mean where it has
the
player.
Yeah, right. That's
yeah.
That is
well, it looks like we are going to be seeing Stardust Dragon take flight. So now the question is, does Visari have like a battle trap set that increases attack, or is it a destruction card which Stardust can bypass?
Okay, there we go. That's already way better. Sorry for the guys for the
He sets the monster in main phase 1. There is a main phase 2, right?
There is a main phase 2. There absolutely is. So this is some free information. At best, this is still free information for Visari to just know what's going to follow. I wouldn't have done this. But oh well, we'll see. Siro's probably thinking. I don't think there's a whole lot Siro can do here, right? You attack with it or you don't. He has set a card. Probably doesn't have anything in hand. Maybe he has.
Okay, so Visari just has to go onto the defensive and start looking for an out for Stardust Dragon. He's still at 6,400 life points, so he has a few turns on the clock.
No. Could have Orient Dragons.
Kushano is gonna make another return again, discarding the Fabled Cruise. So just getting free advantage.
The Trapple once again. Trapple is a card, but I don't think it's the best against Fables. Oh,
Yeah,
Siro said
Siro
Kushano
chose not to negate the Trapple with Stardust Dragon. So, and now we see the Fabled Raging. This is like one of my favorite Fabled synchros. When it's summoned, you can draw cards up to 2 cards in your hand. So if you have 0 cards, it's draw 2. That's pretty good.
What does it do? Is this man on 3 Kushano? Who knows? You can... Someone also put it in chat that you can play a Treacherous Trapple and Breakthrough skill together since they don't clash that much. That is true. That is definitely true.
Yeah, that reminds me of how they used to play Interrupted Kaiju Slumber in Super Heavy Samurai, since you can just banish it.
Oh my god.
As a strats, you know, gotta do what you gotta do.
That's absolutely true. Siro is not okay with the hunting ground. Immediately uses his mystical space typhoon. Visari seemed to have the control a few turns ago, but it seems the roles have reversed. And now Siro is definitely in the lead here.
Yeah, setting up that Stardust Dragon really helped him out. It's proving to be a very oppressive force.
Yeah, Harpies have a good matchup against a lot of decks in this format, but as soon as they go against decks like Fabled, who don't really care about their back row and have big monsters, big of the orange or white, that's a problem for Harpies. And Visari admits defeat for the first game. Alright,
yeah, that
so
was
it's
definitely
1-0 for Siro.
An eventful game 1, yeah.
Okay, really excited to see where this is going to go now. Now Visari of course has access to his side deck, which can include things like Grand Horn of Heaven, Deep Dark Trap Hole, other cards maybe that Visari is siding. Gonna of course keep hitting what is in the side deck, but we'll see what's going to happen in game 2. Maybe if Visari is more prepared, he can take down the Fable deck.
So if I'm seeing it correctly, Harpies is more like a control deck and Fabled is like a combo deck?
Fabled is definitely a combo deck. Harpie is in a weird space in between. They usually go pretty aggro, but I would say Harpie is kind of an anti-meta deck, since most of the decks really depend on their back row. Being one of the decks that just eats back row for breakfast gives them a good matchup against a lot of decks without actually having to do special things themselves. Because the Harpies on themselves they summon maybe 2, 3, sometimes they summon 2 monsters in a turn, and then they're both on the average stat of a regular monster, and that's about it.
Alright, Blackwing Zephyros, the elite. Just another one of those super niche cards that attacks over Cherry and Mado.
Alright. I guess Cherry Mado will definitely be important in this matchup for Visari, since it gives him access to Orient Dragon, which is one of the best outs, of course, against something like a Stardust if he sees that again. Both players have still a lot of resources.
Also so expensive when it came out. Because it can out Stardust, it can out Shien, which was meta at that time.
Right. Yeah, I can definitely understand it. Like I started after Orient Dragon kind of came out, like a year later, I think. Like how expensive was it? Like 50 or 60?
I think it was around like 50-60 euros. Yeah.
Damn. That is expensive.
Yeah, that was when Plant Synchro was still like one of the dominant decks. So
Tengu Plant
And
and
most
stuff.
importantly, it was a level 6 Dragon Synchro for Debris Dragon.
Right. Yeah, like even in this format, a lot of some decks play like 3 Orient Dragon. I can't imagine that if it was back in the day, that would have probably not been a choice simply for budget reasons.
No, if you were a budget player, you just had to play Iron Chain Dragon instead.
Oh, we see 7 tools and Powerful Rebirth going to the graveyard.
Yeah, it looks like Zero sided into more traps if he's main decking only the one Twitcher's Trap Hall.
That is understandable, of course. He probably took out the Treacherous, played more cards like 7 tools to counter the side cards, like Blackhorn and others. And
Increased attack is also super powerful removal tool.
Yes, it is at 1 though, but you can understand that, especially within Harpie, it's super powerful, eating everything with that way. And here we go, the Emancipator, Rise and Leonite. This is a more recent card, of course, not only old cards in this format. Oh, Visari is actually going to use the effect, probably just to see what's in his deck. I doubt that he plays the Emancipator Friends or the Field Spell.
You know, you gotta do what you gotta do.
I know
that Plunder Patrol plays that one Raptide Synchro, the one that negates, and it also has an effect that lets you excavate 5, and if there's a rock in between them, you can shuffle something back. And decks like Plunder Patrol that play that still activate the effect if they're main decking Nibiru. Just saying, even if you're just playing one rock monster in your deck, it's worth a try.
It's worth a try. And this time we see Visari summoning the Stardust Dragon.
Mm-hmm.
The tables have certainly turned here. And Visari is going to negate the Space Typhoon with Stardust. I guess there's not a whole lot to be afraid of.
Are we going to see Siro banish the Stardust Dragon in this turn? That would be interesting.
Oh, having it be banished from the graveyard. I wouldn't... There are options to do that, but I would be surprised if Siro would actually do it. Oh?
Oh, Catsif. That's cool. That's cool. I remember that. People were side-decking in Blue Eyes way back in the day, in like 2016. Because you can trigger it with the Melody of... what's that card?
Oh, Melody of the Awakening Dragon. Yeah. Oh, that's cool. That's a cool tech to play. Nice.
And it's a level 1 tuner, which means you can search it with the Sage.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that. And Siro decided to attack first instead of making something like a Raging, playing around the Blackhorn or the Deep Dark, but he fell in a Sakaratsu instead.
Yeah, so now he has no tuners.
No, exactly, right.
So we can't make Halki Fibrax.
Yeah, just go for a full Mecha Phantom Beast combo. Siro, had he already used the Zephyros?
No, I don't think so. Now he's only lost 300 life points, so he can't have used it. So Stardust attacking over the Marcosia.
Thank you, Nightblader, for the follow. Oh, the chat wants me to tell you about an iconic moment in the server with Catsit. You know Gian, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Gian, a long time ago, like half a year ago, played when heroes finally got relevant. When Destiny heroes and stuff became relevant to this format, is a better way to say it. And when he started his first tournament, he came in the finals against Leo, and he played one copy of Fabled Catsit in his hero deck as well, because he could discard it with Destiny Hero Dangerous. But they came in it was Amazons versus Heroes, and they came in a really close top deck game, where it was back and forward, until Gian eventually with a hero, I think a Celestial on the field, normal summoned Catsit and made Raging to draw 2, and that was game. He drew more back row with it, attacked with the Rage in, set those, and Leo couldn't out at the next turn, and that was game.
I'm a bit disappointed. I thought you meant actually summoning Catsit and beating for game.
No, we're really sad, but it was in Jian's own word the only thing I could have drawn, and he didn't even know he could.
Mm-hmm. So that's a lot of damage from the wind monsters, and next Visari is going to set the compulse that he added of Pot of Duality.
Shuffle the hand, of course.
Of course.
Another card. Now Siro has no clue which one is the compulse. Well, he knows it's not the middle one, but everything else is a gamble. It looks like Visari is going to take this one.
Yeah.
He does. 1-1. It's really funny to know that both games have been won by a player summoning Stardust Dragon.
Yeah, just goes to show how powerful the card is.
It's cool to see a card like that again. And we still have 29 minutes left, so I don't think this game will go into time.
Should be plenty of time left for the game number 3.
Yeah.
Okay, looks like Visari is gonna have to take the first turn.
Harpies usually don't really like that. Mystical Space
Pot of
Typhoon?
Duality showing the deck,
Debunk?
yeah. Seems like Space Typhoon could come in really clutch against the Fabled Field spell.
Yeah, there's multiple things could be used again. It's really... I still think it's interesting that he took that over Debunk though, which can, well, basically negate any Fabled play.
I think Space Typhoon could be more valuable if Siro doesn't have combo.
That is true.
And it does like Siro is still in the big trap package, even in game 3. Or those are bluffs. That could also be the case, of course. So we see the Queen fetching the Harpie's Hunting Ground.
Thank you, Pack Attack, for following. Glad to see you back, Attack. Oh, and the Hunting Ground gets sniped immediately again.
Yeah.
Oh, and Visari...
Change MST to the other set card. Okay.
I think it's usually wiser to just wait with the Mystical Space Typhoon till Harpie's Hunting Ground activates.
Often, yeah.
Then you can still decide which one to do. And then they don't
that's
have
gonna
the window. Ooh, yeah, we're going for...
It's gonna be a lot of damage. That's
That's-
like 19 and 19.
Yes, correct. That's a lot of damage.
Oh, and the cherry in Mado. Let's go. 719, 19. That's like 45.
It's indeed 45.
So definitely putting some pressure on, because he saw that Siro doesn't really have any monsters that he wants to commit to the board.
Yeah, this is interesting to see now, and even if Siro is going on the offensive, he has to get rid of basically 3 Cherry and Mados to not risk an Orient Dragon against himself.
Okay, so there is Chawa discarding the Catsith.
Or
Destroying the
he
Cherry
does that,
Mado,
of course.
which only triggers when it's sent to the graveyard by battle.
Ooh,
The Grimrow.
that can't be nice for Visari. Now, I am really curious what his last back row is. Will it be able to stop Siro or not? Siro has really been dedicated to the Fabled tech for like as soon as we got it in this format, which at first was really not a lot. They were playing Beast Striker as one of their only ways to discard, so they came really far away from that.
But then Marcosia is one of the newer cards, isn't it?
Right, it's from the same set as the Field Spell in like regular Yu-Gi-Oh! And you can special summon it from the hand by discarding up to 2 monsters, but at least another Fabled, and not Marcosia itself. And it gains 200 attack for each monster you discarded. Oh, that's a big one.
We just see Catastor getting hit by the Black Horn of Heaven.
Yes, Catastor is also limited, so that means we'll not be seeing Catastor this whole game anymore from Siro.
Okay, so let's see if he has anything to stop the 2 Harpie ladies from sweeping in to take the last life points next turn.
Yeah, Siro really needs to be able to extend further. And he cannot. I think he shows it. Yeah, he shows his hand. He can't.
Yeah, already committed his normal summon, so the Junk Synchron is not a possibility.
And Marcosia is a hard once per turn. So that's it.
That was indeed the first match of the tournament over.
All right, that was a fast match, but it was an exciting match.
Yeah, cool. It definitely showed the feel of the format. So interesting to watch, definitely.